What's up, guys? We're gonna do a little short video. It's basically live, but I'm doing a little short video talking about, as you see in the title. Sorry, the title: Lakers, Nets, Bucks, and the Miami Heat interested in PJ Tucker. Okay, that's just one of many trades and scenarios I'm gonna go down. Andre Drummond is on the loose. He's gonna get bought out by the Cleveland Cavaliers pretty soon. I'm almost sure of it. That he's going to get bought out by the Cleveland Cavaliers. And it's just going to be a question of where does he go? Me personally, Andre Drummond is a good offensive rebounder. He's not a good defensive rebounder. So certain teams don't need Andre Drummond. But here's the thing. I think Andre Drummond is going to get stabbed up. Let me say it a little better. I think he's going to get grabbed up or, pursued by a team like the Lakers. I think Andre Drummond on the Lakers would be good. No, he's a good offensive rebounder. He's a good big, but defensively, I don't know if the Lakers would need him defensively because maybe he could try to play some help defense, maybe. But I think he fits well with the Lakers. He'll give them that big that they kind of need. He could score in a post. He don't spread the floor too much like Marc Gasol. But at this point, he's a better option for the Lakers than Marc Gasol. PJ Tucker. Now, back to PJ Tucker. The Lakers let's go to the first team on this list that want him. If the Lakers get PJ Tucker, they got a guy that can spread the floor and shoot threes, but do they really need it? No. Oh, what up, guys? Blake Griffin's a solid player, man. Rumor has it that's the team that he's looking for. He wants to go and reunite with what's his face, DeAndre Jordan, and he wants to go to the Lakers. I mean the Nets. But PJ Tucker on the Lakers is a no-no. They don't need another guy spreading the floor. They really don't. They don't need another three-point shooter. The Nets, that's like a story of the rich get richer, but the Nets have got so much offense, they don't need PJ Tucker as well. PJ Tucker was playing the 5 position, being guarding centers, being an undersized center, which is crazy within itself. The Bucks and the Miami Heat could use him the most. They would need him the most because he provides extra scoring and perimeter defense. That's what they could use. So I think he's best fit with the Bucks and Heat. So I hope he goes to those teams. Yeah, I'm not going to read too much into the defensive rating in the regular season. Regular season stuff could be fool's gold a little bit. That stat is not like something that's going to stand out to me too much. But fine, let's just put that into some sort of consideration. Playoff time, yeah, the game slows down. You're going to need some defense. I still think they're weak in the middle. And I think what gave them the edge over every team in the Western Conference was the fact that they had bigs. They had some guys that could stop people. And now they kind of gave that away. So I'm not too sure. I'm not too sold on that. Yeah, that is true. That is true. That's why I'm saying we gotta wait and see till the playoffs come. You could be the best defensive team in the regular season. Don't do jack when the playoffs come. So the regular season and the playoffs are been so separate from each other that they haven't been. You can't really rely on what you see in the regular season all the time. You can take a little notes from it, but can't rely on it. Then it's true. There is a great defensive guard, and he's just a good spark of energy for the Lakers. Yes, he is. Former 6th Man of the Year nominee. But I want to also get to and Bistro, I got something to tell you, man. Dude, you don't have to like apologize and say no hard feelings and nothing like that. I read your post. You can say whatever you want to say, man. I'm not gonna take it personally. You're free to say whatever you want to say, man. You know, I don't do that. I don't block people for anything, you know, unless it gets like really disrespectful. But other than that, you can say whatever you want. You know, I said I don't believe Dame Leonard is a superstar. And some people like, dog. I mean, I don't care. If you think Dame Dollar is a superstar, that's good for you. What you want, a cookie? You know, it's not gonna make me go crazy. You know, you can say your opinion, I say mine. It's just simple as that. You know, that is 100% opinion related because that all goes by on what your definition of a superstar is. My definition of a superstar, Dame Dollar don't meet it. I mean, you got to be both ends. I don't lose that word superstar so loosely, you know? You know, so Dame's an all-star for me. He's an all-star. And I said this again, I'm gonna say it. I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. The Blazers ain't gonna win shit as long as Damian Leonard is that number one option. They're gonna fold come playoff time. You seen what happened to him when it was all hyped up by the media again. Same way the media is hyping them up again, saying Dame Leonard's the best clutch player of this generation. That is so out of bounds. That's just stupid. You could say he's a best clutch player in the game today for a year, fine. But don't say he's the best clutch player of the generation. That's what I was getting at. That media narrative. That's stupid. You know, if you want to go by resume-wise, he's not more clutch than LeBron. LeBron got more clutch moments. 2018 is more clutch than any time Damian Leonard has ever been clutch, period. If you want to go that route, you know? So, no, Damian Leonard is not a damn superstar. Why we keep doing the superstar term so lightly? All you guys keep doing, everything is a superstar. If everybody's high class and everybody's a superstar, then we're gonna that name is gonna get deflated. It's gonna have less value. You have to actually put it in more perspective. Okay, it's like winning. If everybody's winning and it's no challenge to it no more, then it comes obsolete. You know, in order for somebody to be great or a superstar, somebody can't be a superstar then. In order for you to be great, you got to win sometimes. Thank you, Bistro. And if you're a superstar, you should be able to be clutch in any form of basketball, playoff and regular season. So if you're just a regular season basketball player that has good regular seasons, you may be fifth in MVP voting. How are you a superstar? That's no damn superstar to me. Dame Dollar's not a superstar. He's an all-star. Superstars show up in the playoffs. Okay, every generation has superstars, but not too much of them. You can't give everybody and label everybody a damn superstar. Then it loses its value then. Yeah, PJ Tucker in Brooklyn and LA would be dangerous. But here's the thing, Gillian. I don't think PJ Tucker is really that needed in Brooklyn. Because, you know, at his core, he's still a good defender, but he's also another perimeter scorer. I don't think the Nets need perimeter scoring. I think they need some rim protection. And come playoff time, if they don't get that rim protection, they're going to get exposed. But they still have enough talent to make it to the finals. If they get that rim protection, they could win the championship this season. They're missing that defense for whatever team comes out the West. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Bistro. Let's just be more open about it. How come we always got to sit there and cap for certain players just because you like them? Damian Leonard had a lot of, and then you got people in the comment section telling me Dame Dollar only choked once. How is that possible? How is that possible? He only choked once. Get out of here, man. He came up short more than once. And last year was just a perfect example of it. Nobody had no super teams last year. Everything was even. You had your two all-stars The Lakers had their 2 All-Stars and role players. You had your role players. Everybody was sitting there saying Melo, the combination of Melo, CJ McCullough, and Dame Dollar was going to beat the Lakers, right? Okay. So now we're going to sit there and hype them up again. Stop it. I think PJ Tucker helps out the Heat and the Bucks out of all the teams on his list, because those are teams I rumored on his list. Hold on for a minute. Oh. Those are the teams that's rumored on his list. So I think he's going to end up going to one of those teams. This is the Lakers, Nets, Bucks, or Heat. They're in hot pursuit of PJ Tucker. Andre Drummond is in hot pursuit. Blake Griffin's on a rebound right now. He on a grab. Anybody could get him, but the Brooklyn Nets got the head start. That's going to be a Lob City Part 2 all over again. You know, with James Harden feeding them guys lobs. Yeah, you know. Thank you, Gillian. This is what I'm talking about. And this is what I like exposing. I like exposing media fanboys, you know, not just the media, but fanboys as well. So people get into their feelings, but hey, you got to win, man. There's no excuses. I'm not going to give Dame Dollar no excuses for keep coming up short. He got outplayed by a role player in the playoffs. Okay. Came up short against the Lakers. Underperformed against the Lakers. Had about one good game. The rest of the game was boo-boo. You know, the rest of the games he had was boo-boo against the Lakers. You know? So he has a track record of not showing up in the clutch. And his clutch record for being clutch is not so oppressive in the playoffs. You know, get out of here with that. But the media said this guy is the best clutch player of this generation. Are you serious? Thank you. Even Jimmy Butler is more clutch than Dame Dollar. He proved it last night, actually. You know, this is just a regular season, but he got it done in the playoffs, and he went to the finals. He went to finals with that team. A lot of people didn't thought the Miami Heat was going to even go to the finals. Dame Dollar can't lead a team to the finals like that. Yep. So he has a history of coming up short in the playoffs, Gillian, but people try to hide his flaws. Another guy people try to overrate and make him to be some overrated clutch player. He's a good clutch player, yes. He has some good moments in a regular season, and he had a couple in the playoffs. We could give him that, but not enough to say he's the best of this generation. You know, there's too many examples of him getting outplayed in the playoffs. Too many. And we're not going to keep giving the guy a pass. It's just simple as that. You know. Now, breaking news, you're still a Rockets fan. I'm glad for you that you're still a Rockets fan. That's good. You know, at least you're supporting your team, man. You know, but some of these people on here, man, I think some of these guys they really think that saying certain things is just going to stop me from saying things. Nobody can stop me from believing what I believe in or saying what I'm going to say. That's just the truth of the matter, period. All right? You could disagree with it or you could agree with it. You know, I'm going to back it up and I'm going to tell you why I think such and such. If you still disagree, that's on you. That's none of my business. Okay? It's not going to change my world. Okay, that's good. But your Rockies are imploding right now, man. They're getting rid of everybody. They got rid of DeMarcus Cousins. Speaking of DeMarcus Cousins, he's still in the Atlanta team yet, right? They got rid of DeMarcus Cousins. They're looking to get rid of PJ Tucker. Victor Oladipo's on the move. Victor Oladipo will leave the Houston Rockets too. So I don't know what they're doing. They've really just gone full blast being a lotto team. The Houston Rockets don't want not even decent players no more. They just want to restart. I feel sorry for John Wall because he's going to have a struggling career in Houston with absolutely not too much help. And I told you, Zach, the Rockets was rebuilding. You didn't believe me when I told you there was. Yeah, they look like they're going to tank just to get some high draft picks, you know. Yeah, he don't help with the rim protection or the defense for the most part. You still could cook the Brooklyn Nets and get to the basket. It's not that hard to get to the basket on the Brooklyn Nets. You know, they just winning games by outscoring people, and it's the regular season, so you could win games by outscoring people in the regular season. So yeah, it's not fully confirmed yet, John. It's not fully confirmed yet, but he may be on a move. He's already gone from the Pistons, and the Nets are the first team that he's acquiring to go to. So if everything goes due after All-Star break, he should be a Brooklyn Net, assuming nothing goes wrong. Yeah, that's another thing, Bistro. I'm glad you brought that up. The Houston Rockets have a black coach, and he's going to get canned because they're rebuilding and they're going to tank. And that when a team starts losing, the first thing they get rid of is the black coach. Well, not the black coach, it's just the coach in general. But he happens to be a black coach, and we need more opportunities for black coaches in the NBA. I do stand up for that. That I do stand up for, and it's kind of bad that, you know. Yeah, that is true. You know, Here's the thing about Skip Bayless, though, Gillian. And by the way, Skip Bayless signed a 4-year deal contract with Fox Sports. So he's going to be making probably the most money than any journalist. He should give half of his paycheck to LeBron James since he built a career hating on LeBron James. But that's another story for neither here or there. But one thing about Skip, if he really is truthful about what he say, that makes him real. Because if a guy truly believes in something and he's not lying to you, then he's real. Okay? Whether you believe what Skip Bayless says or not, if he truly believes what he believes in and is not capping, that's just him. You know? No. I okay, Salas being black or not, is he a good solid coach? He's a good coach. Okay. He's not like a great coach, but he's a good coach. That still deserves an NBA job. I give that much. I give him that much. But the Houston Rockets is the wrong team for him to be coaching, especially that they're going to be rebuilding. You know, that's the big problem. Dude, Little, what's up, man? Oh yeah, Gillian, he has a track record of being outperformed in the playoffs. So when people sit there and try to sit there and say, "Oh, he never choked in the playoffs," and you know, that's crazy. That's just nuts. That's just fanboy stuff. I just leave the conversation alone because I'm not going to be going back and forth with somebody in the comment section. You know, I don't get that type of time to do what if I did, I would, but I'm busy making videos myself, so I don't have the time to do what Ohio do. So shout out to Ohio because he's able to. He loves that type of stuff, man. He loves going at it with people. I do too. I love to smoke, but I don't have the time for it all the time. I simply just don't have the time. And in between my day, I got so much stuff going on that I make my videos, or sometimes I go on live and I keep it moving from that point. Oh yeah. Uh, Dude, Little, last year is a perfect example. You know, what video? No. Well, my video's been towards the players. They haven't been toward nobody else. No. So yeah, I'm just talking about people that I talk to in the comment section. They be looking for like a big time debate. And my best advice is just come on live. I give you the link and we could debate talking, flat out to each other rather than me doing comment sections, boom, boom, boom. But, I don't call nobody out on YouTube. No, you know, I'm just basically calling things how I see it. Yeah, they're going small ball again. I mean, that's the thing that killed them last season. I do think the Lakers need a center. I think they need a center to replace Dwight Howard. It was probably a bad move to get rid of Dwight. They should have just paid Dwight money and keep him. because he was good for that team. One of the Lakers' biggest advantages was they had bigs, you know? So they cash their bigs in for more scoring. So it can help and hurt you at the same time. And Montrezl Harrell is not a good defender on bigs. He gets cooked by bigger, stronger guys, like same way the Joker cooked him. He's undersized. He can't guard people at the 5 position. You know, he has a lot of energy, he has a lot of heart, but he can't guard people at the 5 position. It's just what it is, you know. Oh no, I don't suspect. It's not even about going up just against the Warriors. He had plenty of situations where he failed. It had nothing to do with the Warriors. You know, there's no excuse for that. What about last year? No, I don't care if LeBron's on the other side of the court. You still supposed to come do. And you were somewhat favorites. Everybody was rooting for the Blazers, right? The Blazers had Carmelo Anthony. The Blazers had CJ McCullough. They had all these good role players that were supposed to stop the Lakers. You know, and you had your 2 All-Stars. It was 2 All-Stars against 2 All-Stars. In this case, well, you know, LeBron's a superstar, but you know, you get what I mean. What's up?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Hey, man, what's going on? So, yeah, well, what's your take on this, man?
PJ Tucker, I think he can. I know he's struggling right now with the 3-point shot, but I think a team like Denver or Miami, like you said, or even the LA Clippers could use him because they also need perimeter defense. So and corner 3-point shooting. So I think he will flourish with those teams.
Yeah, me too, man. But outside of that, what about these other guys that's on the loose? Andre Drummond, Blake Griffin. List goes on.
If I were Andre Drummond, I don't look. We all agree he's not going to last long in Cleveland. He's a good player. He can rebound, protect the rim. Personally, for me, the teams that he might go are the Knicks, the Nets. I think the Lakers should try to get him, or even you can say it's tough. Or I was going to say the Bucks, but they have Brook Lopez. So, yeah, Knicks, Nets, or Lakers should get Andre Drummond, in my opinion.
Okay. All right, man. But yo, I think this is good that after All-Star break, we're gonna have some guys make some moves.
Facts.
What you think about Blake Griffin though? You think he's done?
Or he's not done. I mean, he's not done. He's still pretty good. I know Blake Griffin may not be the explosive Blake Griffin like we saw with the Clippers, but I think he can still help a contender a little bit. In my opinion. Okay, go ahead. In my opinion, sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was saying in the video. Losing is contagious. If you're on a bad team, you're going to pick up some of them bad habits. But when you go to a contender, you know, you get re-energized again. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he's going to come back to Blake Griffin or old, but he's still be, you know what I mean? He's going to be still good if he's on a contender.
Okay. So personally for me, a team that can use Blake Griffin, yeah, it would be nice to see him on the Nets, but here's the thing. Like we both agreed, the rim protection still won't be fixed and the rebounding.
Well, okay. What's up, Dude Little?
What's up, dude?
Salute G Money and salute Prince Sports.
What's up, man?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Nice. So what you think? Are we just actually talking about Blake Griffin right now? Do you think he's done or shot, or do you think he still got some little bit in the tank?
I think I think he's done. I think he's done. I think he's done. I'm sorry. I think he can do. I think he can do it. I think he can do some. I think he can do some, but I think he's done. No disrespect to Blake Griffin. He's a great player in his prime, of course, but I think he's done. I think he's done. I'm sorry. He might have some other things to do. He maybe can go off sometimes, but right now I think he just overall, respectably, I think he's just like done in a way. He's not what he used to be in Clippers days, which is fine because Father Time is basically undefeated. We have to see what LeBron does since he's like basically the only person that's probably defeating Father Time. But yeah, I think for now, I think he's like probably done. So yeah, that's my take.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible. I still think he can give him some floor stretching. He can still post a little bit. I mean, I'm not saying he'll be the old Blake Griffin or old. He won't, but I think he can still help a contributor team like the Blazers, maybe, or a team like that. In my opinion.
And yo, I got a question for y'all. All right.
Mhm.
Y'all seen that video I make on Dame Dollar, right?
Yes.
Now the media say he's the best clutch player of this generation. Do you guys actually believe that?
Hell no. Okay, if you talk about regular season wise, maybe. Regular season wise, maybe. Playoff wise, I love Dame Dollar, I love CJ McCollum, but no. I sound like a broken record to this point, and I'll keep saying this again. Let's be honest, they're not good playoff performers. Okay, I can bring up the entire resume for these guys. Again, I'm not saying that to win the title right away. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that you have to try to get it done in big moments. Okay, example.
And
Let's look. 2015. I mean, CJ had a good series against Memphis, but Dame struggled against Memphis. Okay, and remember, Mike Conley only played 2.5 games in that series, which no one talks about. 2016. I know the Warriors won 73 games. I get that, but people forget about this.
Healthy too.
They were not healthy. Steph Curry only played 2 games of the series, though. And do people forget about that in Game 4, Dame went 9-30 and CJ went 9-23? Do people forget about that? Do people forget that? Do people forget that the Blazers were up 16-2 in Game 4, and Curry came off an MCL sprain and dropped 40? He struggled early, but he got his what? Yeah.
And he said, "I'm back.
He's back. 17 in overtime. He's back." And then 2017. Okay, he was not going to beat the Warriors in 2017. He was not going to win the series. But remember, Kevin Durant only played in 2 games in that series, though. And you blew a 16-point lead at home in Game 3 with Yusuf Nurkic, and you got swept. 2018, which was even worse.
That's a stain. That's
a big stain. 2018. No DeMarcus Cousins. It's not only the fact they lost to the Pelicans. These boys got swept. SWEEP. Swept. Think about that. With home court advantage. And do people forget in Game 4, Dame got outscored by Holiday 41-19 in Game 4? Dude, Alfred Aminu had like a 20-plus point game. Aminu in Game 4. Come on, man. 2019. What? Excuse me?
Cook Dame.
Excuse me?
Holiday cook Dame.
And so did Rondo too. And also 2019.
My Nuggets should have won that series. I'm pissed for that.
Portland should have won that series with home court advantage. Yes, the Pelicans were a good team. You gotta give them credit, yes, but it's also the Blazers. CJ, look, you gotta watch the whole series into context, okay? CJ did not come alive until Game 4, okay? The first few games of the series against New Orleans, he struggled. But 2019, I give Dame and CJ credit outplaying Paul George and Russ. I give him credit. In the second round, CJ had a great second round. I give him that.
I'm pissed.
But in the West, what?
I'm pissed that my Nuggets lost that series.
They should have won that series in 5. To be honest, they should have won in 5. They should have won in 5. To be honest, they should have won They should have won Game 7 too. But that's what I'm saying. And in the Western Conference Finals, do people forget that Damian Lillard said, "Oh, the Warriors match better with us than the Nuggets"? Do people forget about that? Meaning that you thought that, oh, we can beat the Warriors. No Kevin Durant, no Boogie Cousins, a Habib Iguodala. Your team is up 17 or more for 3 games. Klay Thompson shoots 38% from the field. Not only do you blow that series, you got swept in the Western Conference Finals. Remember, and CJ was bad in that series too, by the way. But let me tell you something. Do people forget the LA Clippers took that Warriors team 6 games with Kevin Durant?
Yeah.
But you cannot. Go ahead, man.
But the thing is, you have to say, but the Warriors, you can see some of the games that the Warriors were just slacking off in ways. But other than that, but yeah, I can see what you mean. The Warriors should have probably won in 5 versus the Clippers.
Blazers should have won the series in 2019. I don't care what anyone else says. If you're up 17 or more for 3 games in a row, I can't give you a pass blowing those games. I'm sorry. Yeah. Remember, Klay only shot 38% in the series, so remember that. You gotta consider that though. So he struggled in that series.
Curry
and remember, go ahead.
Curry just straight up outplayed Dame.
And
outplayed
Draymond, and here's the thing, and Draymond outplayed CJ McCollum. No, CJ's better than Draymond Green, but I'm saying that Draymond even had more of a better series than CJ McCollum too. Don't forget about that, which is crazy. Then
yeah, that is crazy.
Then last year, you had people telling me, "Oh, the Blazers are the best eight seed of all time, better than the '99 Knicks, better than the '07 Warriors, better than the 2011 Grizzlies, and all of that." Not only do they lose the series, these fools get blasted in 4 games in a row after winning Game 1. While an injured Miami Heat team with Goran Dragic being banged up, Bam Adebayo being banged up, and a hobbled Jimmy Butler took that team 6 games with Rondo. And do people forget in the first round that Rajon Rondo and Avery Bradley did not play in the first round? No one talks about that. So listen, I love Dame and CJ. Dame and CJ are a great backcourt. I give them that. But the way they play, they don't get it done in the playoffs. And here's the bias, right? We always give Dame and CJ the excuse, "Oh, Terry Stotts is a bad coach." I admit Terry Stotts sucks, the head coach. But how come we don't give James Harden that excuse playing with Mike D'Antoni and Scott Brooks? Same thing. How come we don't give Russell Westbrook that same excuse playing with Billy Donovan and Russ and Mike D'Antoni? How come we don't give them that excuse? But yet, when Dame and CJ play bad in the playoffs, we have to find some excuse. It's ridiculous. And here's another thing too. You know how people like using injury excuses? Do people forget that in the 2019 first round series, Paul George had 2 torn shoulders and Russell Westbrook had an injury? I think a meniscus injury, whatever. No one gives them a pass playing bad. But when Dame and CJ play bad in the playoffs, they struggle. What do you say, man?
Oh, I was gonna say that after that 2019 first round playoffs, nobody really gave Paul George blame. They all just gave
some people did. Many people.
Some people. It's not like poor man Russ got all the blame. I feel
yeah. Don't get me wrong. Russ deserves some blame, but it's everybody's fault. It's the coach, the players. It's everybody's fault. But what I'm seeing is this. I love Dame and CJ. We got to stop with the excuses. If they're the second best backcourt, or to some people, the best backcourt in the NBA, get it done. That's all I'm saying. Get it done.
Exactly. You have to hold them to that standard. You have to hold them to that standard. And if they don't equal up to it, it is what it is.
Look at Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler didn't have a superstar on his team last year. He went to the NBA. The Heat went to the NBA Finals and almost won a championship on a hobbled ankle. Bro, Jimmy Butler was destroying the Pacers, destroying the Bucks, killing the Celtics at times. He was going Glock for Glock with LeBron James in the NBA Finals. They almost won the championship.
And he got 2 wins out of them.
Exactly. They took him to 6 games.
Crazy. Dude, that game 5 was crazy. LeBron.
Exactly.
Dude, that game 5 was hella crazy, bro.
He's clutch, man. Jimmy Butler, Jimmy Butler may not be the best player, but he's one of the toughest players in the NBA. He can hit the mid-range. He can hit the 3-point shot. He can post up. No, he can hit a 3. He can.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not saying he's not a great 3-point shooter. He's not, but I'm saying he can hit a 3-point shot. That's what I'm saying. Butler can hit a mid-range. He's tough. He's gritty. He can get you deflection, steals. He is gritty, man. Jimmy Butler earned my respect last year. To take a young Miami Heat team who missed the playoffs the year before, and a Heat team that nobody thought was going to the NBA Finals, to the big dance, and won 2 games against AD and LeBron, and almost won 7. Bro, Goran Dragic missed 4 games. Adebayo missed 2 games and won 2 games. Bro, the Heat won 2 games and almost won 7. Think about that.
And Dame and CJ couldn't even get 2 games despite that help. Yeah.
Exactly. They only won game 1. I mean, they only won game 1 and then game 2. Here's what's crazy, right? LeBron only had 10 points going to game 2. If you would have told me LeBron only had 10 points in game 2, what would you be thinking?
I'll probably say the game will be close or the Lakers will barely lose. Something like that.
Yeah, but the Blazers lost by 23 in game 2. Ridiculous. And LeBron only had 10 points. Come on, man. And here's what's crazy, right? People like saying, "Oh, but Dame hurt his finger." Do you understand they were down 30 when he hurt his finger? They were down 30.
Yeah.
Like, really?
Yeah, it didn't matter.
And do people understand that Steph Curry Steph Curry in the 2019 Western Conference Final, right?
Facts.
Steph Curry had a dislocated finger. No one talks about that.
Facts.
Curry had a dislocated finger
Yeah.
and a bum-ass ankle and averaged 36.5 points per game.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Let's start with the excuses. Go ahead, man.
I'm a LeBron fan, but I always give Curry respect when it's due. I always do it. His gravity is insane. He's arguably he's arguably the most influential player of the generation, and on. And I'm a LeBron fan saying this, but I'll always give Curry his credit where it's due. So yeah.
Facts, man. Facts. I felt Steph Curry should have won Finals MVP in 2015. 2018 is debatable. 2018, 50-50. 2015, it should have been Steph Curry. Look,
Yeah,
Andre
facts.
Iguodala had a great. Don't get me wrong. Iggy had a good series. Don't get me wrong. Iggy had a great series in 2015. But Steph Curry, to me, should have won Finals MVP. To me, Game 5, when he had 37 points and that 17 in overtime, 17 in the fourth quarter, in Game 5, that should have won the Finals MVP.
Yeah.
Look, Steph started off slowly. He played well in Game 1, played bad in Game 2.
He played horrible.
He was not impactful in Game 3 when you watch the game. Game 4, he played well. He was awesome in Game 5, and in Game 6, he played well. So, in my opinion, Steph Curry should have won the Finals MVP in 2015.
Oh yeah, because he was the best player on the winning side. Because we all know who was the best player on the court.
Exactly. 2018, I say it's debatable. I'll give a slight edge to Curry. Slight in 2018.
Yeah.
Slight, though. Because Game 1, Curry played well. Game 2, Curry played great. Hit 9 threes in Game 2. Game 3, Kevin Durant was the man. He was bad in Game 3. I mean, he did come alive in the fourth quarter in Game 3, but for the most part, he struggled. It was KD's game in Game 3. Game 4, Steph Curry had 37 points, hit 7 threes. To me, Steph Curry should have. You think he's stat padded?
I don't know.
I mean, you could kind of say that, but I thought he started out a little slowly, but then he started to get hot a little bit at the end. You could kind of say he's stat padded, but personally, for me, he should have won in 2015, no doubt in my mind.
No doubt.
2018 is debatable. 2018 is a maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, G-Money, you hit it right on the spot, man. I always said 2015 was the year Steph Curry got cheated out of that final.
He got robbed.
He definitely got robbed.
He got robbed.
Because there's a lot of other so-called superstars that had half-ass games and still won the finals for their team and still got finals MVP.
Exactly, man.
Curry should have won in 2017. No, I'm joking.
No. Durant should have won.
Kevin Durant was the clear best player on the Warriors that year in the finals. It wasn't even close in the finals.
No, you meant 2018. You meant 2018. You meant 2018. Curry should have won it.
Yeah,
you meant 2018. 2017 Durant. Yeah.
Yeah, 27 without a doubt Durant.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah. 2015 he should have won it. The only terrible game he had was Game 2.
Game 3, you also have to watch Game 3. Game 3, he didn't have an impact. I know he had 17 in the fourth quarter, but if you watch that game, I felt he didn't have an impact in Game 3. Game 2, he played bad. We know that. 5 of 23, he struggled. Game 3, I felt he didn't play well, in my opinion. The only great games he had was Game 1. He was awesome in Game 5, played well in Game 4 and Game 6.
Yeah, which was the winning games.
Oh, yeah.
Except for Game 3.
No, Game 3 didn't play all that well. He didn't play all that well in Game 3. He was average.
By the way, if the Cavaliers would have won Game 1, like if LeBron would have made that layup to win Game 1, the Cavs would have won the finals.
They would have been up 3-0.
With healthy Kyrie Irving. It's over.
Oh, yeah, they would have been up 3-0. If they were up 3-0, that series is over. So, because they win Game 1 and say things go their way for Game 2 and 3, they go up 3-0 with a home game coming up.
And Kyrie Irving's healthy.
And Kyrie's healthy. And Kyrie would have been healthy. They would have won that series. I don't think they would have swept the Warriors. I don't think so. Because I think the Warriors can get Game 4 on the road, get this back to Golden State for a Game 5, see what happens. If it goes to a Game 6, I think the Cavs would have won the series.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is, if let's put Love and Kyrie, let's say both of them are there. If both of them are healthy, they probably would have won, but a chip is a chip. The Warriors earned that ring regardless, in my opinion.
Yeah.
2016, We all could agree if the Warriors were healthy, Bogut, Curry, Iguodala were healthy, the Warriors would have won that year. What do you think? And also,
probably, but you can't simply deny what LeBron Irvin
no, no,
did.
no, 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 no. He earned it. He earned it. The Cavs earned the championship. Every championship is valid. He earned it.
Oh yeah, true.
He earned it. I always say every ring is valid, no matter what. Every ring counts because you can't control injuries or viruses going on. You cannot control that. You got to play what you have. You got to execute. You got to make the right lineups. You got to find the right culture, find the right adjustments to get it done. Like here's what kills me the most: people downgrading Kawhi's championship in 2019. It kills me the most. Look,
yeah, you're right.
Yes, I know KD was out. I get it. Clay got hurt. But let's look at the context, okay? Before the NBA Finals, the Warriors were the favorites without KD, okay?
Yeah, but Clay Thompson didn't play some of the games too.
And Clay only played in Clay played in 5 games out of 6. And here's what's crazy.
He didn't play for some of Game 6, but I think the Raptors deserve their championship. But I mean, Clay Game 6 was cooking. He was.
I'll be fair. They would have won Game 6, but here's the thing: they would have to play Game 7 on the road. Don't forget, they were still down 3-2. We don't know how Game 7 would have turned out, though.
Yeah. Facts.
So it's a Game 7 we're talking about here, so we don't know. And here's the thing, right? The Klay Thompson thing. The narrative going to Game 3, they didn't have Klay Thompson. Well, he played in Game 4 and they lost. So what's the excuse now? And Klay played in Game 4.
Yeah,
so
there's no excuses.
That's my point. And that's my point. Here's what listen. Is it possible they would have won if healthy? It's possible, but we don't know because it never happened. So it never happened.
Can't go by what ifs. Just got to go by what happened.
Go ahead, man.
No, you can keep talking.
No, you want to say something?
No, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say about the Kings and Lakers series, the
2002.
One of the most controversial series in NBA.
Game 6 was controversial. I thought the series was pretty officiated fairly. It was Game 6 that was controversial.
Yeah, I mean, you can say Game 5 was kind of controversial.
For Sacramento was Game 5. Yeah.
And Game 6 was for Lakers.
Oh, for LA. Oh yeah. 27 free throws in the fourth quarter. Oh yeah.
And they barely won too.
They only won by 4 points, I think. Game 4. Game 7, I'm sorry. Game 6, I'm sorry. So yeah, the officiating was crazy though. Because they won a Game 7, so that's my thing. And here's another thing too. I always say the better team does not always win. What do you think?
No, that's definitely true because you got to take in injuries, you got to take in a lot of stuff that takes place. You just never know what's going to happen. But as it goes by, you just got to get the job done. You got to play with whatever circumstance.
I'll be right back.
Take your time, dude. Yeah, man. Yeah.
But G Money, before I head up out of here because I'm gonna go to the gym with wifey, got a quick question for you.
Okay.
What do you think of the Clippers' recent struggles? They can't hold on to the lead.
The execution is bad. Rim protection is bad. Kawhi struggling to clutch. PG-13 struggling to clutch. And you hear him say, "Hey, my head was dizzy. I didn't play last night." Shut up, man. Like,
Paul George needs to stop with this.
I'm tired of the whining. Listen. I'm tired of whining. Oh, I'm hurt this. Oh, I'm tired that. It's something. It's like you can't own up to it, man. And here's the thing. Ty Lue. Ty Lue is an average coach at best. Okay? He's an average head coach at best. And Sweet Lue, I like Lemon Pepper Lue, but damn it, he's been crappy this year. Okay? If I were the Clippers, I said this multiple times. Get a point guard and get a playmaker. If you're the Clippers, get a Kyle Lowry. You trade Lou Will.
That's what I've been preaching.
Kyle Lowry.
Yo, Gillian, how many times have I said that in my videos? Get a point guard and playmaking. They don't get nobody. They got nobody that could control the tempo when they get a lead. So they get all frantic, and that's how they end up losing leads.
And that's the thing. It's like it's last year again. And here's what's crazy. The Clippers were holding those leads early in the year. Now it's like they're losing momentum, concentration, and
too many chefs in the kitchen. That's why.
Exactly.
Everybody wants to be the man.
Mm-hmm. If I had to guess how far they'll go, if the season ended right now, they'll be playing the Blazers. They'll win that series. But if they play the Jazz in the second round, that can go either way.
That could go either way.
That can go. And if they're lucky to get past Utah, if they do get to the Western Conference Finals, they're playing the Lakers. If the Lakers are fully healthy with AD, LeBron, Schroeder, Harrell, and let's say to get a rim protector, I'm sorry. I don't see the Clippers being them. I don't. I don't care what happened. I'll make this quick point before I let you go. I don't care what happened the first game. Yeah, they won. Good for them. But it's regular season. I've seen this with regular season. I had to see what happens in the postseason.
Exactly. No doubt, man. Yo, Gillian, man, I want to thank you for showing up, man. Brother, I love your sports analogy, man. You're just like me. You put a lot of passion into it and you do research. And that's what I love, man. And I want to shout out to everybody that joined the live stream. John Wood, Tay Davies, you came a little late, but I catch you on the next one, man. We're going to get that all-star game. I said I wasn't going to go live for it, but I'm going to do it anyway. But nevertheless, man, I hope you guys have a nice day. And I catch y'all on the next one, man. It's time to hit that gym, baby.
Yeah, man. See you later, bro. And
all right, have a good one, y'all.
You too.